started. So you will get access to this recording right after the session in 2 hours. Okay. So session is now recorded. So we are on day 1. Okay. On day 1, we are going to discuss the basics of cloud. This is very much the same topic what we discussed for Azure GCP training. But here we will also get to understand how AWS is different from the other cloud providers, and we will also get to understand what are the different certification roadmap that we have with AWS and how do we go about achieving that, right? So these are the topics that we are going to discuss today. It is all about cloud and its benefits, characteristics, disadvantages, and what are the different model and what is the current cloud market. We will get to understand these things. Now, as part of this session, you will also get lab materials because we are going to discuss SysOps Administrator Associate, where you need to have a lot of hands-on experience in deploying, configuring stuffs. So I'll give you the step-by-step materials which you can follow along. So this is like with each AWS exam. And I'll also give you the training notes, whichever session notes, whatever I'm capturing, you will get access to that. You will also get access to training recording via YouTube channel Syllabus 10. And this is a private playlist. And I will enable access to your Google Mail IDs. You will also get access to some reference book materials and exam dump. So some of these content, which are all documents, it will be available to you through Google Drive. And the recording will be available through Syllabus and YouTube channel. So now here, this particular session is a weekend session, and we will connect on every Saturday and Sunday 9:30 a.m. and to end by 12 noon in Indian Standard Time. And these are the content that we are going to cover. So we have got around 20 modules or 22 modules in fact, and we are going to at least spend 12 weeks, which is close to 3 months. At times it might go beyond that. It all depends on how much time we are able to spend on each of the topic, right? This is going to be a live interactive session. And if you look at here, the first couple of days, you will see a lot of T in brackets, which means most of them are theoretical information. Whereas as we move along from module 3, you can see there will be a lot of practical oriented session. So it will be almost all practical oriented session after the first couple of modules. See, you need to get a strong foundation. So you are going to start with a cloud as a practitioner. So you need to understand some of the terms, terminologies, different model, what are the different offering, what are the different products, services that are being offered using Amazon Web Services, right? That is where we need to have some theoretical understanding in the first week. And as we move along, you will have all practical session. And our syllabus is organized in such a way that there are 5 core IT pillars, right? So we call it as compute, where you get the CPU, memory, and stuff for your operating system or your virtual machine. And we move along with networking, where we go and integrate two different application or two different services. And we have the data or the storage. That is the third pillar, along with database. And the next pillar we have got identity and access management, which is nothing but your in Azure we have, in Microsoft we have Active Directory, and here we have got IAM and AWS directory services. And finally we have the security component, security pillar. So these are the 5 pillars that make up any IT data center or the cloud environment. So we need to be thorough with these 5 pillars. So that is the focus area we will have. On top of that, as a cloud operations engineer, system administrator in cloud, we need to do a lot of day-to-day activities like ensure that monitoring is in place, the alerts are being raised, notification is being received. We need to do patching, we need to do backup, we need to do migration. So all these things are your operational task, or if you are part of your project team or professional services team, you need to do a lot of migration, you need to configure backup, you need to enable that the security is in place in your deployment. And we also need to understand what exactly is well architected review, what do we do in terms of governance during the discussion with customer. So these are all stuffs which are more aligned to solutioning and solution architect. And as a operations engineer, you have to deal with automation, you need to deal with monitoring, you need to deal with backup, you need to deal with patching, and so on. So we will discuss those things in details later. And prior to that, we will spend at least 4 or 5 weeks to discuss the core IT pillars: compute, network, storage, and then identity and access management. Fifth one is security. So we will spend ample time in these areas, and then we will move on to the operation stuff, and we will also discuss what exactly the solution architects or the lead architects will do. Okay, this is the content that we are going to discuss for the next 3 months. Okay, so we have multiple levels of certification. So you don't have to wait until 3 months to complete the certification. See, after the first couple of weeks or first 2-3 weeks, you will get to understand the fundamentals of cloud. So what you can do is you can go and try this exam, which is nothing but AWS Cloud Practitioner exam. That is the basic foundation exam, right? You can go and take that. And after which, what are the other two exams that we are going to focus? We are going to focus on Solutions Architect Associate, and we are going to focus on SysOps Administrator Associate. So Amazon is recommending 1 year of experience in working with these areas in solutioning and operations before taking the exam. But no, you don't have to really wait until 1 year. What you can do is, once after you complete the cloud practitioner, see, if you are having a lot of experience in IT industry, I prefer you to go and take solution architect. If you are having less than 8 years of experience, 6 to 8 years of experience, you can try the operations track, so that you can become a DevOps engineer, or you can become a solutions architect based on your interest area. Okay, so these are the three certifications that we are going to focus on. Number one, cloud practitioner; two, solutions architect associate; three, sysops administrator associate. See, if you are coming from a development background, you can also choose this. This is more in how to develop web application, mobile application in the AWS platform, and you can become a DevOps engineer over the period, right? So there is another track that the developers can choose, but we are going to discuss on 1, 2, and 3. These are the three certifications that will be covered as part of our discussions. So yeah, if you're interested in specialty areas, see, some of you might come from database background, some of you might come from networking background, some of you would like to pursue in security area. So what you can do is, after completing the second level, like the solution architect associate or sysops administrator associate, you need not appear for professional. You can directly take advanced networking or security, or even the other specialty certification that we have in the industry. So specialty certifications, these are all niche skill technologies. These are all very deeper knowledge skills which you acquire over the period. So there are many more specialty like that is being added by Amazon Web Services. Related certifications are being added, but for now, these are the most popular specialty exam. So we have separate session on cloud security. We have separate session on the professional level on solutions architect, which are all close to 30 to 40 hour sessions separately, right? So some exams will have different active dates. You can just go and get the latest code and appear for the exam. Okay, the very basic foundation exam, it is pretty straightforward. Okay, it is mainly on the theoretical side, where you get to understand what are the different technology products and services that are being offered by Amazon, and how the AWS geographical presence is, or the global infrastructure is set up. And you need to understand how the billing and pricing works on the cloud model, because it is all consumption based pricing model, right? You have to pay based on your usage, based on your consumption. It is like a utility model. So you need to understand how the billing and pricing works in AWS, and also you need to understand how the security and compliance work, because you will work with different industry verticals. So you will work with manufacturing, you will work with finance industry, you will work with different industry verticals. So you need to understand how the security and compliance concept work, and what are the different expectation that will be there from different customer. So these are all some level of basic information, or the ground level information when you practice cloud. So these are the topics that you need to be familiar with, especially when it comes to exam questions. You will get more questions on the technology side, on the different products and services that is being offered by Amazon Web Services. And the second highest question you will get from the basic cloud concept. When I say cloud concept, what are the different cloud service model? What are the different cloud deployment model? What is the characteristics of cloud? And all those basic concepts. Next, you will get questions around security and compliance, where you get to understand different products and services offered in AWS security. Finally, you will get some 16% of the question around billing and pricing. So I have a separate exam preparation session that you will also get access to. Okay, once after we complete the first couple of weeks, you can also go through the exam preparation sessions that I will give access to you. You can watch those sessions and you can appear for the exam. Okay, that is more specific to exam preparation. See, our sessions, what we are going as a mainstream session, it will be more practical oriented session, and it is for getting you the real demos, and then how it works real time, right? Whereas I have a parallel track, I'll give you access to the exam preparation session that is only focused on how to prepare yourself for taking the exam. Okay, so there I will discuss what kind of questions you will get, what are the different stuff that you need to be prepared with when you take the exam. Okay, I'll give you access for that, and you can refer that after we complete the first couple of weeks or first 3 weeks. Similarly, we have different weightages for the next exam. Like as I told you, there are 5 core pillars, right? Compute, networking, storage, identity and access management, and security. So sysops administrator is more about those domains, and you will get more questions around how to set up monitoring and reporting, how to do provisioning of your virtual machines or EC2 instance in AWS, and how to provision networking, configure networking, how to create storage, and how to store data, how to secure the data, and what are the different security products, how to implement high availability for your applications and workload in AWS. Then finally, you have automation and optimization, where you will get 12% of the question. So this is the weightage on the next level of exam. This is associate level exam, where you get 7 different domains where you will be tested against. Similarly, on solutions architect, it is more generic. You can get questions on any product and services that is being given by AWS. So you will also get to understand what kind of questions you will get in those particular domain. So before we get into the first topic, or the day one topic, any questions so far on what are the different certification that they offer? Any questions on the syllabus that we are going to cover? So you can, I mean, by default, you are muted in this particular session. If in case you have to ask any question, you have to unmute yourself and you can ask it.
Stan, this Sendil.
Yes,
Morning.
Sendil. Good morning, Sendil. Yeah.
This cloud practitioner and sysops administrator you were mentioning, right?
Yes.
So even we do these 2 certifications, so we'll be able to manage the existing environment rather than planning or architecture solutioning. So we'll be able to do it, right?
True. See, this sysops administrator, it's like a systems administrator job in your on-premises data center. So here we call it as cloud operations team or cloud ops team, where they can manage, maintain the existing cloud infrastructure for any customer. So you get to understand how to deploy, how to configure, how to make changes, how to find out if there is any issues by going through the logs, and you can go and do the monitoring, integration, and so on. Yeah, it is like maintaining the cloud provision resources. Yeah, whereas solutions architect track is more about discussing with customer, and then understand what kind of business requirement they have got, and you have to convert that into a kind of solution where you'll go and deploy certain services to meet up the business requirement. So solutioning is a separate track, as you said. It's mainly for the senior people who has got more than 8 to 10 years of experience, because they cannot become a part of cloud operation team, right? See, cloud operations is mainly targeted for level 2, level 3 kind of people, where they go and do the day-to-day operational tasks. And but again, it's not a bad thing to go and practice yourself to get familiarity. So even if you want to have better hold on all the products and services, it's always good to go and do some hands-on practice, so that you can speak confidently with your team, or with the customer, or with whenever you are discussing with client for any new business opportunity or new RFP, you can speak confidently, because you have done that, you have configured it, so you will get more confident if you have completed sysops administrator. Yeah, as you rightly said, solutions architect is on solutioning track, where you are solutioning new services, new use case study for the customer, whereas sysops is about maintaining the cloud resources where it has been already provisioned for some customer. Even sysops administrator is useful for people who are part of the project and professional services, where they go and do new migrations, new provisioning, new deployment. Even for that, it will be very useful. So this is mainly for project and professional services team plus the cloud operations team.
Okay, sir. Thanks.
Yeah, sure, no problem.